Hello everyone, welcome to the channel of Tradeometry. Today is April 16th, Thursday. We had another green day in the market. QQQ is up another 0.5% today, so it's been up 12 days in a row and we continue to push higher. This is very bullish. Just like I said in my previous video, I've been going long a few days ago. And it's paying out extremely well. My account is already at all-time high or close to the all-time high. I have made back all the loss that I had with my put options and some more. And this is very incredible. So I have bought a lot of call options in IGV, which is again the leading runner in the Nasdaq today. IGV up another 1.6%. It was up even more, but I'm very happy that it held the 84 level, which is the 50-day EMA. It closed above 84, which is very nice, and I think we continue to push higher. The next level is 88 to 87. I think we can easily breeze through this level, and the next resistance would be the 100-day EMA at $90, and then the next one would be $95, which is the 200-day EMA and the gap right here. So I think we can push through all of this and going to 100 for the IGV. This is typically what happens in a short squeeze. You start to see this sudden spike in volume, and then it just keep gap up above all the resistance. It's pretty incredible. This is IGV. You see a clear volume spike over here, and it's going straight up. And the other one I have is Oracle. Oracle up 5% today, extremely strong. And you notice something in common? A sudden volume spike and gapping above resistance, right? The first day, huge volume, huge green candle, like 12% day, and hit the 50-day EMA. Next day, gapping above the resistance directly, and then we push all the way towards the 100-day EMA at 173, and then today we gap above over it again. We close above 173, we close at 178, and then the next resistance is 187, which is the 200-day EMA on Oracle. I think we can slowly push up to that level and then gap over it again. This is what happens in a short squeeze. I think we're just seeing it in real time. It's pretty incredible. Another stock that I have is ServiceNow. ServiceNow is been lagging a little bit because it dropped below this key support. So I think this one is a little weaker on a technical setup right now, but it's trying to break out of this 20-day EMA right now. We had a little pullback, which is expected. We have the first retest of the 20-day EMA in over a week. Now we get a little pullback. I think if we can do it tomorrow, it will be most ideal, which is to gap over and above and push all the way to the next level. This will be the most ideal short squeeze setup. So next resistance will be 108. So from 96, I think it has potential to go all the way to 108 before the earning. So ServiceNow earning will be on next Wednesday. So hopefully most ideal situation is where ServiceNow push up towards the 108 level before the earnings, and I'll probably trim some position over there before the earning come out, because with the earnings you never know, it could go either way. So I'm going to reduce my risk before the earnings and then see where it goes. And Coinbase, another 2% update. Very, very nice. Continue to push up. Coinbase volume is more steady because it's more related to the crypto. And we're seeing some nice crypto push today. Bitcoin is pushing 75,000. Ethereum is pushing 2350. And then Solana, which is the strongest today, up 5%. It's pushing towards 90. And Chainlink is trying to push through this previous high. I think we should be able to test $10 soon. So very nice, slow grind up in crypto. So like I said yesterday, everything is playing out exactly like I predicted. I went heavy on the software play. I have a lot of positions with crypto and Coinbase and Robinhood. Robinhood, just a little small pullback today, 0.5% pullback, which is nothing. Because when you hit the next resistance at, this is the 100-day EMA, I believe. So you get a little bit pullback after you hit that resistance, which is very understandable. But I think it will push through very, very soon. There's 200-day and 100-day resistance are very close. It's at 92 and 80, 90. When the crypto runs, I think it can just gap above all this resistance in one day and break out all the resistance. Hood has been running pretty crazy in the past few days, so it's okay to take a little breather. And a lot of people are really surprised like why we're having this crazy rally. Like this is very, very rare in the history of stocks ever. Even going back to November 2023, like I said previously, that was also one of the largest short squeeze in a long time. Right here, let me draw it on the chart. So the short squeeze rally from bottom to the top over 30% in QQQ, basically in 4 months. It's pretty astonishing. Even though we're already up like 15% from the bottom right now, it still has room to go. I've seen a lot of people on social media to call on a pullback, and it's like, oh, it's just not going to be sustainable. It will have a pullback. Like market is insane and it's been ignoring all the risk and all that. I think retail or a lot of people still don't understand what is happening right now. I've stated this with my Patreon article that most people still don't know that we're gonna have a rate cut coming. I think that will change the entire complexity of this situation. I think Fed cutting interest rate will solve a lot of the problems that people are worried about, including the employment, including the weak consumer sentiment, and the lack of liquidity, the private credit. I think it will solve a lot of those problems. I also wanted to give people a heads up. Just because the stock has run a lot doesn't mean it has to pull back. Like you saw in November 2023, it barely had any pullback. It was like 1-2% pullback, and that was it. If you're hoping for a large pullback, you may not get one. So just be prepared for that. I also wanted to show you why did I try to short the market previously, and why did I give up on that idea. So when I started short was somewhere around here, and I saw a little bit of weakness. I saw this dump and I felt like we kind of getting exhausted. I tried to short, and then I believe we have a CPI data came out on Friday, and then we have another like PPI data come out on Tuesday. which were both very good or better than expected. So Tuesday was the day I cut my loss because I saw the PPI data. It was way better than expected. And I'm a numbers guy. When I see the data doesn't fit my thesis, things doesn't add up, I'll cut my loss. I'll admit I was wrong. And then I look for the next trade. And I look for the next thesis. So that's why I start to look back in history. When was the last time this kind of rally happened? And then I found the November 2023 rally. It was absolutely astonishing. Not just the striking similarity, but also the strength of the short squeeze and the technical setups are so similar. It made me believe that the smart money knew something that most people don't. And I wanted to stress this again. We had almost 4 or 5 months of consolidation at the top, like people were selling at this top range, and we kept getting sold off. Whenever we test the highs, we're getting sold off. We test the highs, we're getting sold off. Getting test highs, we're getting sold off. And this lasted for so long, multiple months, like 5-6 months. And then we sell down all the way to 550. And then all of a sudden, just within days, it took out all the previous resistance, all the selling pressures in just a matter of days. Like, this is very unusual. There has to be something extraordinary happening for this to even happen. There is no way we take out all the resistance. Look at how many resistance we broke out of. Like, all these lines, we broke out of all this resistance within days. I would refuse to believe if we don't have any fundamental bullish factors behind the scene, this would never happen. Like, I would refuse to believe this simply happened because of a simple short squeeze. This has to happen because we have some fundamental changes in the economy, or something is about to happen that we don't know just yet. But the smart money knew before everybody does. The insiders, the people who are closest to the power. This is the only way this would happen. My first confirmation was on this day. This is a solid breakout. Even though on this day, technically it's still not at all-time high, but with this strength and this volume, it's already a breakout, in my opinion. And then the next day, pretty much another confirmation, all-time high. And today, another all-time high. I think we can squeeze another 10 to 15% on the QQQ. Believe or not, everybody is going to go crazy. Absolutely crazy. I wanted to share this article again on my Patreon page. The new trade thesis, the new bull market. Fed may cut interest rates sooner than most expect. I wanted to share this article again. I hope everybody can see this and see the logic behind this, see the data behind this. I think a lot of people are missing out on this huge rally. A lot of people are still waiting for the dip, but the dip's never coming, I'm afraid. So if you wanted to join my Patreon and my Discord, please check the links in the description below. And please leave your thoughts in the comment section. That's all for today, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Another Monday, green on the screen, feeling so serene. Leverage the assets, living the dream, a money machine. Blue chip vision, make the right decision with perfect precision. Yo, we own the street, can't accept defeat. This bull run is sweet.